Welcome back to World Coins History. You've heard the saying, old is gold, but these rare state $quarter coins that are worth more than you might imagine. Before you watch entire video and comment if you find one of these, who knows? Your next treasure could be hiding a fortune. Let's dive in. Top 1. Today we're diving deep into the world of American coins and uncovering the story behind the United States $quarter from New Jersey, minted in 1999. You might think it's just an ordinary coin, but what if I told you that certain versions of this quarter are turning heads in the collector community and can bring in some serious cash? So don't blink, because every detail counts, and you won't want to miss what makes this coin so incredibly special for collectors like you and me. This isn't just a quarter, it's a piece of American history captured in metal. The 1999 New Jersey quarter was the third coin released in the 50-state quarters program, and it honors the legendary moment when George Washington crossed the Delaware River during the Revolutionary War. The image on the reverse shows Washington and his troops in a boat, surrounded by ice, with the word, "Crossroads of the Revolution," proudly displayed. It's not just patriotic, it's a true work of numismatic art that reflects the courage and leadership of the nation's founding days. Now here's where things get really exciting for collectors. While millions of these coins were struck and released into circulation, not all of them are created equal. Some of them feature rare errors that make collectors go wild. One example is the off-center strike, where the design isn't perfectly aligned and part of the image or text is missing. Another rare variation is known as the double die error. This is where the coin appears to have a ghost-like shadow or doubled letters and numbers. These aren't mistakes to be dismissed, they're the golden tickets for collectors because they make each coin one of a kind. Let's not forget about condition. This is where your attention to detail really pays off. If you happen to find a New Jersey 1999 quarter in mint state or uncirculated condition, no scratches, no wear, just clean edges and full luster, then you could be holding a valuable collectible. These coins have been sold at coin shows and online auctions for impressive amounts. One clean, mint-quality New Jersey quarter sold in New York for over $125, and another with a rare die break was auctioned off in Texas for more than $250. And those are just confirmed public sales. Private collectors are often willing to pay even more for flawless or error-struck pieces. Here's a tip for collectors that can make all the difference: always check the edge of the coin and inspect the details with a magnifier. Look for anything unusual in the design or finish. And if you're lucky enough to come across a double die version or an off-center strike, store it carefully and never try to clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can reduce its value. Keep it in a plastic flip or a protective holder and consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to verify its value and authenticity. Collectors across the country are hunting for these rare state quarters, and the New Jersey 1999 edition has become one of the most sought-after pieces, especially in top condition or with noticeable errors. Its historical design, the early release in the state quarter series, and the variety of minting quirks make it a hot topic in coin communities and collector forums. If you've got one, or you're just now thinking of checking your change jar, do it now. You might already be holding something special without even knowing it, so what's the value? If you have a regular New Jersey 1999 quarter, it's worth 25 cents, but if it's in mint condition or has one of those rare errors, you could be looking at a value of over $200 or more depending on the rarity and buyer interest. In auctions and collector shops from Los Angeles to Miami, these quarters are gaining attention and demand is rising fast. Top 2, we are going to dive into a coin that collectors are absolutely falling in love with, the United States of America Yosemite $quarter from the year 2010. Trust me, this is not just any pocket change. What makes this coin rare? What kind of mistakes or errors make it shoot up in value? And how much could it be worth today? Stay with me to the end and listen carefully, because every second of this video could bring you closer to finding your own little treasure. Let's begin by talking about the incredible design of this coin, because it truly stands out in the America the Beautiful quarter series. Minted in 2010, this Yosemite quarter was released to honor the majestic Yosemite National Park in California. The reverse side of the coin shows the massive granite cliff known as El Capitan, one of the most recognizable natural features in the park, with pine trees lining the valley below. It's a powerful and peaceful image at the same time. Just by looking at it, you feel like you're standing right there in the Valley of Giants. For collectors, this kind of detailed natural beauty on a coin makes it instantly desirable, but what makes this coin really exciting are the rare varieties and hidden errors that some lucky people have found. You see, while millions of these coins were produced, only a small number came out with unusual minting flaws, and that's where things start to get valuable. One of the known errors is the die break, or what some call the cut error. It appears like a raised blob or lump on the surface where the die broke during minting. Another highly searched for version is the double die strike, where parts of the lettering or images look doubled or shadowed. If you find one of these, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a unique piece of minting history that collectors go crazy for. Another thing to keep your eyes on is the coin's condition. Coins that were never circulated and remain in perfect mint state are always more valuable than the ones that have been scratched, dented, or worn down. So if you've got a Yosemite 2010 quarter that still has that fresh luster, clean edges, and crisp detail, don't overlook it. Some of these coins have sold at auctions in states like Florida and Arizona for serious money, especially if they've been graded by services like NGC or PCGS with a high mint state score. And here's a powerful tip for collectors: always look at your quarters with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. It's the small details that can turn a common coin into a prized collectible. Look closely at the word Yosemite or the year 2010. Check if there's any doubling or odd texture that could be a sign of a rare strike. Also pay attention to the edge of the coin. Some errors show up in the reading or may even be missing altogether. And please, never clean your coins. Even if they look dusty or dull, cleaning can damage the surface and reduce their value. Keep them in protective holders to preserve their original shine. This Yosemite quarter is gaining more and more attention across the collecting world, and it's not hard to see why. It's a part of a beautiful series that captures America's national treasures, and it's one of the early releases in the America the Beautiful collection, which makes it even more desirable for people trying to complete the entire set. When you combine that with the possibility of minting errors and high-quality examples still in circulation, you've got a coin that has demand written all over it. If you've been saving your quarters or collecting state and park editions, make sure to take a close look at your 2010s. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much is it worth? Well, a regular circulated Yosemite quarter is still worth its face value of 25 cents, but if you have one in mint state condition, collectors have paid up to $50 for clean pieces. And coins with errors? They've sold in markets and auctions from San Diego to Chicago for $100 to $200 depending on the rarity and condition. That's a huge jump in value for a single quarter that most people overlook, so don't ignore your pocket change. Your next coin discovery could be right in your hand. The Yosemite quarter from 2010 isn't just a piece of money, it's a piece of America's natural legacy, and for the sharp-eyed collector, it can be a ticket to something truly special. Top 3, get ready because I'm about to reveal a coin that's not only beautiful to look at but also gaining strong interest among collectors across the country: the United States of America $quarter from Voyageurs National Park, issued in 2018. This is one of those coins you absolutely don't want to ignore, and by the time you finish watching this video you'll understand why collectors are starting to hunt this quarter down like it's gold hidden in plain sight. This 2018 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, and it honors the stunning Voyageurs National Park located in northern Minnesota. The design is breathtaking and one of the most eye-catching in the entire series. The reverse side of the coin features a serene scene of a mother loon swimming across a calm lake with her baby on her back while a rocky island and tall pine trees tower in the background. It's peaceful, it's powerful, and it's packed with American natural beauty, which makes it a standout coin in any collection. But here's where things get even more exciting for serious collectors. While millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver and also some at the San Francisco Mint for collectors, there are certain ones that came out with rare minting errors. These small mistakes can make a huge difference in value and demand. Some collectors have found Voyageurs quarters with off-center strikes where part of the design is missing or shifted. Others have spotted doubling on the date or lettering, which we call double die errors. These small variations make your coin rare and incredibly desirable. There are even examples of these quarters with die chips, or what's sometimes called the extra claw error, where it looks like the loon's feet or water ripples have extra raised bumps due to broken dies. These kinds of errors are like secret treasures, and coin lovers go crazy for them, especially when they're in uncirculated or mint state condition. If you find a coin like this, it's not just a regular quarter anymore. It becomes a one-of-a-kind collectible that can attract big attention from other collectors. And let me tell you something that every coin collector should know: condition is everything. A scratched or dirty coin might still be interesting, but if you find a Voyageurs 2018 quarter that's still shiny sharp and hasn't been through many hands, you're holding something special. Always handle coins like these carefully and never clean them. Cleaning might seem like a good idea, but it actually ruins the surface and can lower the value fast. Keep your coins in soft flips or hard plastic holders to protect them for the long run. Another pro tip for collectors: check both the front and back of your quarter with a good magnifier and look closely at the lettering, the edges, and the fine details like the loon and the water. That's how you'll spot those rare errors or die varieties that make a coin go from common to extraordinary. Even the smallest detail can mean a big difference in value, and if you find a coin with a rare error, it's worth having it graded by a professional company like PCGS or NGC to verify its value and authenticity. Now let's talk about the current demand for this coin, because it's definitely rising. The Voyageurs quarter has become very popular, with people trying to complete the America the Beautiful set, but it's also gaining its own fanbase thanks to the beautiful nature scene and the growing reports of error coins out in circulation. Coin collectors from cities like Dallas, Miami, and Seattle have been sharing photos and auction listings of these quarters, and in some cases selling them online or at coin shows for impressive prices. So what's the real value of this coin? A regular 2018 Voyageurs quarter in circulated condition is worth exactly 25 cents, which is its face value, but if you have one in uncirculated condition or with a minting error that makes it unique, it could sell for anywhere between $30 and $120 depending on the rarity and condition. Some graded examples have been sold in local coin shows and even online auctions in places like Chicago and Las Vegas for prices collectors were more than happy to pay. So now the question is, do you have one in your collection? Or is there one hiding in your pocket right now waiting to be discovered? Don't overlook this coin, because what looks like an ordinary quarter could actually be a little treasure that brings a lot more than just spare change. Top 4. I'm going to share with you one of the most unique and exciting quarters in United States coin history, the 2009 District of Columbia quarter dollar. This is not just another quarter from your wallet. This is a coin that tells a story of culture, of history, and for collectors, this coin could mean real value if you know exactly what to look for. So make sure you stay with me right to the end of this video, because every detail matters, and this might be the most exciting quarter you've come across. This coin is part of a special series that many people forget about, the DC and US Territories Quarter Program. It was issued in 2009 and it stands out because it was never part of the 50-state quarters program. This was something extra and something rare. The District of Columbia quarter honors the nation's capital, and it features the great jazz legend Duke Ellington seated at a grand piano. Now think about that for a moment. This is the first U.S. coin in circulation to feature an African-American person who is identified by name. That alone makes it historic and incredibly meaningful to many collectors and historians. But what truly gets collectors excited are the hidden details and special minting quirks that can turn this quarter into a prized piece. Some versions of this coin were struck with errors during production. Yes, real mint made mistakes that raise the value dramatically. There are coins out there with off-center strikes where part of the design is shifted or cut off. Others have double dies, where the image or letters appear slightly doubled or shadowed, especially around Duke Ellington's name or the piano keys. These aren't just small flaws, they're considered valuable rarities in the coin collecting world. And don't forget about the condition of the coin. A well-preserved, uncirculated 2009 DC quarter with a full sharp strike and clean surfaces can be a major addition to your collection. Coins that have never been handled by bare hands, that still shine with original mint luster, can easily stand out among thousands of worn-out ones. These are the ones that make collectors pay attention and start bidding. In coin shows from Houston to Philadelphia, I've seen collectors pay premium prices for perfect condition specimens and error coins of this exact quarter. Now here's a collector's tip that you should always keep in mind: pay attention to the mint mark. These coins were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, and both versions can carry value, especially if they have a unique strike or rare die variation. You'll find the mint mark just above the date on the obverse side. Always examine both sides of the coin with a magnifier or loupe, check for signs of doubling, inspect the edges for smoothness or unusual ridges, and never ever clean your coin. Cleaning can damage the natural surface and reduce its value instantly. Keep your coins in protective holders or flips to maintain their best condition. This coin is also special because it represents a moment in time, before the America the Beautiful series began and after the State Quarter series had ended. That places the 2009 DC quarter in a unique position historically, making it a must-have for anyone building a complete modern U.S. coin collection. And since it wasn't part of a long multi-year program, many casual collectors didn't save it at the time, which makes good quality examples harder to find today. Collectors everywhere, from Los Angeles flea markets to online auctions in Atlanta, are now searching for these coins again as the demand rises. If you come across a DC quarter in your old coin jar, your dresser drawer, or your piggy bank, take a closer look. You might already have something much more valuable than face value. Now let's talk about the worth. A regular circulated 2009 District of Columbia quarter is of course still worth its original value of 25 cents, but if you've got one in mint state condition or with a verified mint error, these coins have sold at auctions and collector markets for values ranging from $75 to over $150 depending on the rarity and grade. Top 5 and last rare coin. I'm about to take you on a journey into the Wild West with a coin that every collector should keep an eye out for: the United States of America Wyoming quarter dollar from the year 2007. Don't blink, because what I'm about to tell you will completely change how you look at this coin, and by the end of this video you might be running to check your coin jar. This coin was released as part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program, and it stands out in a bold and simple way. The design features a bucking bronco rider with the words, "The Equality State," proudly written on it, representing Wyoming's deep cowboy roots and its pioneering spirit as the first state to grant women the right to vote. The image is strong, powerful, and full of character. It captures the soul of the American frontier in a single strike. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and this one speaks volumes through its bold Western symbolism. Now let's talk about why this coin is drawing attention from serious coin hunters across the country. While the Wyoming quarter may look simple at first glance, that's exactly what makes the minting errors on it so noticeable and so exciting. There have been reports of multiple rare errors on some of these coins, including doubled dies where the text or design elements appear shadowed or doubled under close inspection. These types of errors are extremely collectible because they turn a mass-produced coin into a unique minting event. Even more interesting are the examples of die chips which appear like small raised blobs, especially around the bronco or rider's arm. Some have even found coins with misaligned dies where one side of the coin is slightly shifted, creating a dramatic off-center strike that makes it truly one of a kind. These mint mistakes are not signs of damage. They are factory-made quirks that increase the value and interest for collectors looking for something rare and authentic straight from the mint. Condition is everything when it comes to coin value, and if you're lucky enough to have a Wyoming 2007 quarter in mint state that still holds its shine and crisp detail with no scratches, or where, then you're holding a piece with much more potential than just 25 cents. Coins like this can command strong attention in the market, especially when paired with a known error or a high grade from a professional grading service. In auctions held in places like Las Vegas and Minneapolis, collectors have paid solid prices for clean, sharp Wyoming quarters with eye-catching detail and verified errors. If you're serious about collecting, here's a quick tip that could help you spot the winners. Always examine your coins under good light with a magnifier and focus on the rider's figure, the lettering, and the mint mark, which you'll find just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Look for anything that seems off or different, and if you find doubling, unusual marks, or a shifted image, it's worth setting that coin aside and getting it checked by a trusted grader like NGC or PCGS. And remember, never clean the coin even if it looks dusty. Natural wear is far better than cleaning, which can ruin the surface and lower its grade instantly. This coin also holds value for its symbolism and historical weight. Wyoming's nickname, the Equality State, makes this quarter not only a beautiful collector's piece but also a meaningful reminder of progress and strength in American history. That kind of story behind a coin adds to its emotional and cultural value, and collectors love adding pieces to their collections that stand for something deeper than just design. Collectors in cities like Atlanta, Denver, and Portland have been sharing their finds online and reporting solid market demand for Wyoming quarters, especially when combined with rare die errors or perfect uncirculated condition. That tells us this coin isn't just a one-time deal, it's a piece that's gaining momentum in the world of modern U.S. coin collecting, and people are waking up to its potential every day. And now for the part you've been waiting for: how much is this coin worth? A regular Wyoming 2007 quarter in average circulated condition is still worth its face value of 25 cents, but if you've got a version with a mint error or a mint state grade, this coin has been sold for as much as $60 to $120 in auction houses and online coin markets, depending on the condition and the rarity of the error. So check your pockets, check your change, and check that old coin jar, because you never know what treasure might be hiding right under your nose. This quarter might just be the one to give your collection a whole new level of value and meaning. Thanks for joining me on this coin adventure, and if you love learning about rare coins and discovering the hidden stories behind the money we see every day, then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell for more real collector content coming your way. Keep hunting, stay sharp, and happy collecting.